Hello and welcome to the Fanime Podcast. I'm Evan.
I'm Tenchi Hanka.
I'm Kiara.
I'm Kisaka.
And I'm Funny Bunny Jay.
So this week we have a special guest again. It's not quite a special, the second time in a row. So Jay,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like
This
the less
guest
special
is-
guest. You're like the-
Less special
Awesome.
guest.
yeah. So you created Sandor Goes to School and Sandor Interviews.
Yep, just Sandor stuff.
And what was that other thing you did that we don't really talk about?
What? Game Grumps animated?
Sure. So anyway,
I made like one Game Grumps animated on my channel about frog slapping. Guys, go watch it. Like, comment, subscribe. Well, I'm Funny Bunny Jay. I am Tenchi Hanka's older brother, and I make crappy-looking fanime called Sandor Goes to School, and that's about it.
Your
I don't know what
favorite
else to say.
fantasy Series?
My favorite fanime series, I'm gonna go with Project Unknown as my favorite, because I don't know, I just like serious stuff.
good answer. So Sandor Goes to School was 3 episodes long. It's based on a comic, right?
Yeah, comic I made in high school.
And it has a pretty solid ending. Are you like ever going to continue that series or start a new series or?
Well, for now, the plan is to just create a whole bunch of like OVAs and specials. I'm thinking about maybe a crossover special, maybe episode Corn, just stuff like that. Nothing's really going to add to the canon story, but there will be more Sandor Goes to School stuff.
Interesting. And have you thought about making another series entirely, like anything other than Sandor Goes to School?
Yes, actually. Once I'm done with Sandor stuff in general, I really want to make an action series called Kama the Thief, which is, it's a story that I've been thinking about since I was like, I don't know, maybe 10 years old, and it's like the story that Sandor originally came from. So I will be super excited to make that action series, but probably not going to start on it anytime soon because I'm kind of swamped with Sandor interviews.
Is there anything you can tell us about it?
Let's see. Well, in the beginning, like when I was 10 years old, or somewhere around 10 years
In
old,
the
maybe I was
beginning.
11. When I first started like thinking about this fanime idea called Kama the Thief, it was just like a total Naruto ripoff. The main character was red-haired Sasuke pretty much, and like Sandor was pretty much the nine-tailed fox. But as time went on, it became more original. So hopefully it won't be too much like Naruto when I actually do that.
See, now I kind of regret asking because people have that expectation.
Yeah, people are gonna expect it. It's not coming out anytime soon. Like, I might not ever get to it. I might become too busy.
Hmm.
Ooh, we should talk about Sandor more.
We can do that.
How's those interviews going, yo?
Well, the next one, I have not started on it yet, because I plan to do a Sandor Goes to School special next. And before I even get to that, I'm doing some fan art.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Are you gonna draw 70 fanime characters?
No.
Oh.
I don't want to do
No,
that. No.
My drawing process is so slow because I have to like draw it on paper and then I scan it and then I trace it with the mouse. Like, my drawing process is so painfully slow. It takes me all day just to make one fan art.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's why Sandor Goes to School looks terrible. 'Cause, like, I'm not gonna go through that just to make it look good.
So, how many interviews do you still have to do at this point?
Well, I didn't even write the script for 2 of them, and then there's like 4 people who already did their portion of the work who are just waiting for me to do it.
Oh wow. That's
So
6.
yeah, I've still got 6, and I know there are a handful of people who haven't even signed up because they know I'm far behind. So I have no idea. Like, I have no idea how long this is going to go on, and I'm not sure if I should have started this because I get the feeling someday I'm going to regret it.
How about that Sondor project then?
That Sondor project. Should I just spoil what it is?
Only tell us what you want to tell us.
I don't know. I guess I'll just spoil what it is. It's going to be a Sondor Goes to School, Don't Take My Hat crossover episode.
Oh.
The Honka brothers unite.
Yeah.
Yay.
I don't know. Would that be the first, like, crossed Fanimator crossover episode?
Depends on what you consider an episode, I guess.
Mm.
If it's an entire episode, I don't think that exists.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Neither.
Because there was
Full-fledged.
Toy of the Mew Mew, episode 3.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
That was with
But
the.
that doesn't that's not like a real
Yeah.
fan anime. It's just kind of a side thing.
No. Yeah, that doesn't count.
And Sondor Interviews is a crossover in itself, so.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this one's going to be like a full, probably around 8-minute episode.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I decided like I'm going to make it long because I'm really excited for this thing. I don't want it to just end immediately.
What
Like
if
the
someone
freaking
else
Christmas
makes a
special, but-
crossover episode before you release that?
Well, then I'm going to hate them and I'm going to stab them to death.
But what if it's super awesome?
Dang it.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'm not ashamed.
Makes pancakes.
Well, then I'm still going to stab them to death for ripping off my Sondra Interviews idea. No,
You're
I'm
gonna
just kidding.
stab them with a frying pan.
Like, I actually don't feel like it's a rip-off of Sondra Interviews at all. It's different enough. That's just a joke.
Oh yeah, that.
Please don't hate me,
Yeah.
super awesome raw hard crossover person.
People, our team.
Yeah.
It's like 2 people that make that, and then all the voice actors.
Yeah, something like that. Like, they go by the letters R and M. And I know that the M stands for Mim.
Wait,
because
so
of one of
it's
the characters.
it's R and M manga. It's not Rand M.
Well, one of them goes by R and the other one goes by M, and the R and the M are capitalized, so they're like initials.
So it's R. It's been R and M this whole time, and I've been saying Rand M.
And
I think
well,
so.
it's yeah, it could be.
I always
R
used to
and M,
say
they go.
Rand M like random without an O, but
Oh yeah, it could be R and M. I didn't even think about it.
why didn't anyone tell me?
I didn't realize
I-
until
I-
you just mentioned it.
I
It
thought
might be a
was-
play on words, like it's supposed to be both, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe. I always thought it was like random without, yeah.
They never said a thing though, so
I don't know. Now I just don't know what to think. I'm confused. But anyway, we're gonna talk about some episodes. For once, there actually were not very many episodes at all. We've got a total of 7, and some of them are interesting. So basically, first on the list is Magical Girl School, episode 7.
I would ask Arenia a question if she was here, if she liked the role that she played.
Oh yeah.
it was great though.
She
Really liked
Yeah.
did a good job.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Shayna is not here to talk about her own show. She's
No.
busy with stuff.
Yeah, I liked the animation that was used in it. Like, I don't know, just like because of how Naname is, like she's all acrobatic. I don't know. I was really impressed. I was like, whoa, because
Yeah,
like
I
not
was like, this is super freaking cool.
like they don't really do that in animes because they don't really know how, or they don't like have the resources to. I don't know.
More of the
Thought it
time.
was- Yeah, true. Very true. But that was nice. I felt like it was a little short, but maybe that's just because like I don't know. It was focused on one scene entirely versus like multiple scenes.
It definitely wasn't short. It's actually like, I think maybe the first time watching it you might think that, but it actually goes by like the lines somewhat slowly. I think it's like a
Hmm.
good 8 minutes, 9 minutes. or
Yeah,
so.
like actual time wise, it's a decent length, but like I don't know why to me personally it felt like it went by so quickly. But I don't know, maybe it's just because like I said, like the rest of the episodes had like multiple scenes in it, while this one consisted of just one scene. So I
Yeah,
think if
I
I
would
watched
think like it would probably feel short just because, and there's like only one real criticism I had for it was just that it ends at like an awkward point, kind of, because the next episode is going to continue off from there, I guess. But I didn't really know that at the time, so I was like, oh, that's the end. It just ends right there. Like, no one else is going to fight. But yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah, I think the fact that it like feels short though is a really good thing, because
Yeah.
that means you're enjoying the show, which
Yeah,
I felt,
versus yeah.
when it came out, I was like really hyped for it. I probably felt the same way too. I don't really remember, because I don't have the best memory, but yeah, really
Yeah.
awesome fight scenes. Used it in a Fanime.
Definitely better than it feeling way too long.
Yeah, that's definitely not good. If you're sitting there just thinking about like, oh my gosh, when is it gonna be over? Is what oh what minute am I at now? Minute. I can't talk.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen some like 4-minute shows where it felt like 20 because
Yeah.
because it's Koi Desicles or something like that. Also, I just realized like 10 minutes ago that I did not ask you guys what your favorite episodes for the
Oh.
2 weeks were.
Well,
Well, I would probably say Magical Girl School episode 7.
you do.
Sort of a tie with Tokyo Fetish Me episode 7 and Me Pie episode 4.
Three-way tie.
Sort of a tie,
Yes.
just a little bit.
I'm gonna have to also say Magical Girl School, episode 7.
Oh. Yeah, Magical Girl School episode 7.
If not that, then Me Pie.
Yeah, Me Pie was second place to me.
Nice. Well, next on our list we have
Wait,
Animal.
wait, you didn't say your
Yes.
favorite, Evan. You
And
can
I
always
wasn't
speak
going
for
to,
yourself.
so next on the list we
No,
have Animal
no,
Drama episode
You, had
no.
4.
to, you always have to say your favorite.
It's taken a long time. I didn't know Animal Drama episode 4 was gonna even exist. I thought Animal Drama was over, but here it is, Animal Drama episode 4.
Is that your favorite?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, now we can move on.
Animal Drama episode 4.
Pretty funny stuff, I think. I was surprised that it was by the creators of Ghost Club. I didn't notice that until
Is
I
it?
finished watching
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's. But you can notice it sometimes in the style. Like, there was this blue-haired girl,
Yeah.
and I don't know, I kind of saw like their style in when they drew her.
You can also
and-
like hear the voices too. Like, some of the
Yeah.
voices are very
Recognized.
similar.
I think I recognized Wednesday.
Yeah, just their general voices sound
It's funny
similar.
because the first 3 episodes of Animal Drama came out before Ghost Club, and like they don't really share the style as much. But this episode having come out after Ghost Club, it's like the style bleeds into it a lot. It's like,
I had never seen it before until like when I watched it. So I didn't even know it was by them, but I wasn't sure what to think at first, but I ended up really liking it. They don't the other ones.
the thing that I found strange about it was that the first 3 episodes, nothing really happened. It was just kind of like exactly what the title says. It was animals and there was drama. But then this episode, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna have a fight scene and stuff, and it kind of like changed the pace a bit, and there wasn't as much drama, and that made me sad.
I actually took notes this time and wrote down Foxtrot, Stopper, Fought, Prot, Japper, Stop.
You guys
Could
need
he-
notes.
Could it get any longer?
I feel like that also resembles the Ghost Club humor a bit, like with Kaji's full name and then this whole Fox long name attack.
See, that's what actually gave me the idea. Like, it reminded me of that, but so that makes sense why it's made by the same.
They also made Foxboy really buff in this episode. He wasn't buff before, I don't think. But yeah, that's
Foxboy was my favorite.
Animal Drama episode 4. And next up is Moon Goddess Sakura-chan episode 11. 11.
I got money and hoes in different area codes. I got money. It's different area codes. That's
Money and
all.
hoes.
That's all I
Honey
had
and
to say.
hoes.
That's all I had to say. And
Pretty
there were
much.
nudes. But yeah, strip club.
Was that what happened? Was it?
Yeah, they were just the cat was in a strip club. It was just like
Oh.
I wasn't sure what happened there
Yeah,
because
me
I just thought it
too.
was like the actual characters.
Like I didn't.
I was like, why are they
expect it
naked
to, like,
now?
Right? And they did some stuff where I just thought, wow, what's going on? What? I don't want to mention it, but
I mean, that's
I
what
was
I
just
assume
like,
is going on. It's just like I didn't know they'd go that far.
right?
And the cat steals the police car, and
Oh my god.
they don't know what happens next.
Cat's gone too far.
Yeah, there isn't really a lot else to say about that.
I mean, half the episode was that song,
True. The other half was the opening.
which is another song.
Which brings us to this past week. Tokyo Fetish Mew, episode 7.
The vampire fanfic one.
Yeah.
Lemons included.
Sexy vampire, that song.
Oh god.
I'm
Was
falling in
it?
love. It was very briefly, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, it was used. I remember because I was just like, oh god, I keep getting flashbacks.
I
I
like
didn't
the.
really understand this episode, but sorry. Go ahead.
She read a fanfic and she became a vampire from it. That's how fanfics work.
Duh.
Jeez,
get
Tension.
it.
Get with the program.
And then it got deleted, and so everyone turned back into, like, not vampires.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens every time I read a fanfic.
Starting to wonder if, like, the well is running dry, because is vampirism really a fetish? Like...
Hmm.
True.
I'm sure it is. There's no way it's not at this point.
Well, I don't know. Like,
but,
because
like, when you think of fetishes, like, vampirism, that's not really, like, a
Yeah,
big thing.
there is such a thing, but I don't think it's a fetish. It's more a life thing. Like there are people that actually drink blood and even ask other people or friends if they would donate their blood to them.
I am aware of
drink
that.
oh yeah, yeah.
I've
It's
seen
it's a
documentary
thing,
about that.
but
Don't
yeah.
know why.
sometimes that happens, Evan. I don't drink for this.
I don't know if I would call it a fetish though, but anyway, Meat Pie, episode 4.
When you take drugs. Rah, 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 rah.
I didn't expect to laugh so hard at like meat pie, but I could not stop laughing. Like I was in a call with Evan and I was just laughing almost the entire way through.
There's a couple of things in that actually really surprised me. Like the message at the end is just something I said
Oh!
in recording.
I was wondering about that.
That wasn't actually one of the lines at all. I just put that at the end. Just like, oh, she put that in there. And also a reference to Tails Runner video. That's what they say.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Freaking reference.
It's not
That
even
totally
bad.
caught me off guard because I read the line, but I didn't like read the whole script. So
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my god, a reference to one of the videos that Tension I made.
I think that episode had the most swearing in any Fanime episode ever. I'm pretty sure nothing has topped that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot.
So much cursing. I was like, wow, how many times is P-Pie gonna say fuck?
Quite a few, apparently. Quite a few. Bite me.
Bite me, Uguko.
That episode was mostly arguing, but it was hilarious for some reason.
It was mostly. I think one of my favorite parts was like when Giselle, before posting like the video, she had posted on Tumblr like this is like the worst car chase scene ever, and it was like it was like the GIF, but it was slow. And then like when the actual episode came out, like it was like a millisecond flash, like it just like I was like, oh, that is quite a car chase scene. They'll just flood the scene. They're like,
I like the police.
the police were pretty good.
They just kind of
Police's
show up
voice is
and they
perfect.
kill some people, and dude's like, I come back to my office. They're like, oh, okay.
Bitch stole my car.
Shit, I'm pretty sure they're all dead. Alright, so that brings us to Super Muse Episode 1, Part 1.
All I can remember that is further scenes are subbed due to audio issues.
Yeah, that was the thing. Also,
was
it's Part 1, even
unfortunate.
though it's like 10 minutes long.
Oh, I thought that was a whole episode.
It's Part 1.
Oh my goodness. No, the one thing that confused me about that though is that right after it put that, there was music playing, and I'm like, wait, weren't there audio issues? Why is there music playing after this?
Audio
Maybe-
issues with the lines,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if the transformation sequence was made beforehand, so that didn't have an audio issue, and that was
Yeah,
like
it
put in
was.
there. Yeah.
And apparently the entire thing was made on a tablet. Not a drawing tablet, just like a tablet, like a portable computer tablet.
That
Oh,
makes
Huh.
sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
sounds interesting.
yeah, I didn't even know you could make videos on a tablet. Not like
Ooh.
that, but
There was one, some kind of animator that did things like this on a tablet, but like really good animations, but she never got known, sadly.
yeah, there's someone that makes animations on a Nintendo DS, and they're actually pretty
Oh,
good,
oh.
but they don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
like
that's
any audio or anything.
Yeah. There were a lot of good like animators in which when the DSi came out, they had the Flipnote app.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really good people in there.
What do you think is the strangest device anyone's ever used to make a Fanime? Or ever could use?
A camera.
A camera.
I've seen it done before.
Have
But,
you?
like, yeah, there's like what was that thing called? Something Springtime of Youth.
Oh, it's oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Does
it's
that
just
count
like-
as a Fanime at that point,
It's
though?
like
Like the
paper and straw.
Oh yeah.
Does that count? It's not really an animation.
It was put in Fanime Confessions a long time ago, so yeah.
Because there's also the Furby Fanime, like Kabukudo,
Oh no.
that did the same thing, but it was like actual little Furby toys. They weren't like puppet, paper, pencil puppet things.
Well, original characters.
I mean, I think
Yo.
stop motion could be considered Fanime still, but neither of those two actually have animation except for like the openings. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts.
It's one of those things where you get excited because of the opening, and then they see the
Well,
rest of
I
it, and you
think-
get disappointed.
I think if you were to make a Fanime with a camera, just like have stop motion pictures for like figurines. We just use our figurines.
Sondor and Sir.
Wasn't there like for the Super Nintendo? Was there ever like a drawing video game where you could just draw on it? Maybe not. I know there was like the stupid little music programs like the Mario music thing and all that.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
make the songs with like Mario.
I wonder what the oldest computer anyone has ever used to make something on was about. Like, how far back you think you could go and still animate?
Probably really far back. I mean, it depends on what kind of animation you're talking about too, but I want to
True.
know.
Paper animation.
See, that's not really like strange, but it's definitely rare.
See, but if you go far back enough, still using a computer, you would just be like basically animating with pixels through programming the way like old video games did
yeah.
in like the 70s.
It's got to be the worst.
Yeah,
Yeah, like freaking Pong, the animation.
it would look like Pong. I was thinking Pitfall for some reason, but yeah, Pong is a good one.
Just have like Game and Watch.
Someday.
Game and Watch episode 1, Game and Watch moves to the right.
Anyway, the last episode we have to discuss is Kayeta and Hotshot Gals.
Yeah.
I've
There's a
never
lot
know how
of-
to pronounce it. That's how I've heard it pronounced, though, by the creators. So,
Like, it surpassed my expectations, actually, to be honest, because I wasn't expecting them to have voices.
ah,
Like
Oh,
I didn't think he
right.
got as many voices as he did, but it was like roughly half of the episode had the voices, and every time, I don't know, it just kind of surprised me, like, whoa. And then they had a couple of like separate shots which I weren't expecting either. Like they actually leave the bar. I was like, oh my god, they actually left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
I don't really know what I was expecting from the name Kaeda and the Hotshot Gals. Like, comparing the name with the actual show, like, I don't really know what it's about yet.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want to know what happens next.
I'm kind of curious as well.
Well, yeah, all we got to know was like about like John and like his like relationship kind of, and like the other girl's opinions on it. So I'm curious as to like where it's gonna go from here since that information is already out.
Right.
Like, who is this Sarah person?
Sarah Richardson.
Sarah Richardson disapproved to John.
Oh,
You gotta watch the follow-up or the lead-up videos.
that's right. I forgot that one. It's funny how they have like things before the first episode.
Yeah, like episode 0 with Zorma.
Yeah, Zorma.
It's like episode
Yeah.
1 isn't like the first episode.
Technically.
The funny thing about the Zorma thing is that John is the one giving the advice, but in this episode, everyone's giving John advice.
Yeah.
It's like the tables have turned.
Yeah.
Sometimes John has to set aside his problems and he has to help other people out.
Alright, so that said, we're down to the updates now. There actually aren't that many updates either. The last 2 weeks have actually been pretty slow, which is kind of strange because it's like an odd time
Usually
of year.
there's like so many episodes.
Yeah, so
There
many.
were a lot of episodes, and then these weeks is just like there's not that much. What's happened? Where is Fanime?
It's kind of weird too because like every other time it's been like there are reasons as to why if there weren't a lot of episodes it would have been like, oh, holidays, oh, this, oh, that, because of the time of the year. But now it's just like there's no reason now. Like what?
The only
Where
thing
are
I can
these
figure
episodes?
is that, like, since it's the last quarter of the school year,
I guess like finals.
yeah, everyone's getting ready to finish up school because it's gonna be summer soon, and I know a lot of people are like
That's true.
18 and stuff, and they're gonna be graduating and all that. Well, yeah, we've still got a good 3 months roughly until
Yeah.
school
Going
gets
out in
over.
quarters. The quarter is ending. So yeah, they'd have either midterms or finals.
Yeah.
You gotta study up.
Yes, all you Fanime people in your school. But anyway,
Gotta hit the books. Gotta punch it.
Don't hit them. Don't hit them. Come on, that costs money.
you
I
probably
mean,
hurt your hand.
I think the books deserve it though. I mean, let's be honest.
I think I might have tried that before.
What?
I don't know.
I just punched my books. I was like, I hit the books and then I punched it as a joke.
Did you pass?
Yeah. Passed with flying colors. My teacher was like, that was a pretty good punch. You get an A+.
All right, well there you go, kids.
Punch your books.
So, about favorite updates for the last 2 weeks, if you had to choose one. There aren't that many to choose from, so.
I think Tenchi's Fanime mix, that one counts.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, that's other news, but no, joking. Yeah, it was like 14 minutes long, I think,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it
it
did
was
have
Or
70
no,
characters
yeah.
in it.
It did. It was really cool. The transitions and the music was pretty nice. Like there was a few in particular where I was like, "Oh damn, that was good. That was smooth. That was just I don't know. I was impressed."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is like the transition between between Kiara's lullaby and the Cotton Candy song, where it's just like
Yeah, I
the
think-
singing and the just the other song basically.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
But yeah,
Wait,
well,
what?
Fanime Mix.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Train Step In looks really cool though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Looks nice.
Are we
A
going
lot
to
of
talk
updates
about
for
Train
it.
Step In?
We're skipping.
the funny thing about Train Step In is there have been a lot of previews and like stuff, and I know the creator has talked about it a lot, but we still don't know what it's about at all,
Yeah, I have no clue what it's about.
which is a good thing and a bad. Well, it's not really a bad thing at all, I guess, but because it's just gonna come up and just kind of surprise everyone. Be like, oh, cool.
Well,
It's
the
just,
problem with
like-
that I see is that it's harder for people to get excited about it.
Yeah.
People won't really be talking about it because they know nothing. That's the only problem I see.
Like, is it even about trains, you know? It could have
What about
nothing to do with
stepping?
trains.
I mean, but it
Yeah.
had something to do with stepping then.
Maybe they go into an inn.
I like to think there's probably an inn. Yeah, that's really all we know about it so far.
Maybe the trains step into the inn.
Or the inn steps into the train.
That would really be a twist.
Maybe
But
they
it
step
says-
in a train.
It says train steps in, so the train steps in.
Or the inn steps on the train.
Maybe there's an inn inside of the train.
I just imagine they're all on the train and then like an inn tries to jump in and like just kills everyone inside of the train. It's like, oops, sorry.
How do you drag it out for 10 episodes?
Well, a lot of people would die. It might be pretty depressing.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
just
know.
like it'd be like a freaking oh shoot, what's it called, danger level like kind of situation. They're all just gather up the survivors and try and figure out where they're going from there.
Just turns into Attack on Titan, but with inns. They use trains to light them.
Kill all the
Perfect.
inns.
And then like the trains are like they're freaking like mobility gear. That's how they get around.
They just slide around on railroad tracks.
3D train gear.
Roller skates.
If the creator of Train Step In is listening to this, make that happen. Like, I want to see that.
If that's
As
not
a
what the
fan of
show's
things.
about, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. Sonder just interviews like one of the inns.
A train comes into
Isn't Future Agents like supposed to be coming out soon or something?
Part 1 is supposed to be releasing soon, but
Yes.
soon as a general term, we don't really know how soon. Just soon.
Yeah, if it's soon relative to 5 years, then it's gonna be
Yeah.
gone. Then, you know, could come out in like 2 years from now. I don't know.
Oh, that's not soon anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw like 100 fan art pictures for it though when it comes out. I'm super hyped for Future Agents.
100 is a lot. I would know. I
Maybe
haven't even
200.
drawn 100.
But do you know what Future Agents is about? What if it comes out and it's just about trains and, and the agents are trying to step on the train?
Well, in that case, I'll increase it to 500.
Oh, okay.
That would be the
Jay
perfect
just
anime.
Jay just gets really good at drawing trains. Like he's just like the master at drawing trains after that.
I'm like an
And
old
then he
man.
makes
I'm
a
like,
train
I have
set.
no other talents. I spend my life drawing trains.
But another thing that's coming out soon is Seasons Episode 3.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, oh yeah. I need to go back and like rewatch like the episodes because it's been a while since I've like watched them.
Seasons is my life.
Is
I
it?
watch it every second of every day.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I see.
you must know the whole script by heart then, because it's only 2 episodes.
No,
hear
I
it, Jay.
can't hear it sometimes, so
Oh,
yeah. But no, it's pretty impressive how frequently Seasons comes out actually because it's an action series.
yeah.
Like, has a lot of animation, so I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, I know Episode 3 has been supposed to come out for a while now. It's just gonna been like soon. It'll come out maybe next week. Nope, but not next week. Maybe it'll come out next month or something like that. But I think at this point it's actually like finally almost done, and it's gonna be out very soon. So can't wait to see that. There's always a lot of things going on in that, a lot of animation and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which isn't really that rare anymore, oddly enough. But it's still always cool. Like,
Yeah.
I love the DBZ style fighting. Can't get enough.
That like that it brings back like that DBZ fighting feel that and like Delushes did.
Delushes,
Yeah, Delushes.
Luscious eye candy.
the show about
Yeah.
dancing,
Yeah, it had that feel for
Oh,
it.
it was
like,
about that.
but there was no fighting in it.
but it still gave me that feel. The way they moved.
Right?
Don't understand. Like, see, Kiara knows what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Yes. I didn't
can
know it
kinda
was
see
about
it.
dancing. I'm
I didn't know. It was
I'm
about-
surprised.
Maybe it's just been a long time since I've seen it. But
That's
like,
all it was about. She was like the
I-
bounce
I-
number
I'm-
one champion, and she goes to a new school,
Oh,
and everyone's
I'm
like,
hearing that for the first time, Evan. I'm surprised.
"What? You don't. What?"
I don't know. Maybe I should rewatch it
And there
again.
are these
Maybe.
other girls that are like all mean and stuff, and she's talking to the other girls who the other girls are being mean to, and she's like, "Well, maybe we'll make our own dance team and we'll show them." And so they start doing that, and then it ends and it never comes back until like 5 years.
When did it come out first?
I honestly don't know. There was an episode 0 that was really old, but then the 3 parts are like maybe 2010, 2011. If I had to take a kind of shot in the dark, I think it was around that time.
Okay. If it was 2010, I can see why.
I know the creator was active like throughout 2008 though, so
Yeah.
they've been around for a while.
Since, I don't know, because my English wasn't that good at that time.
Huh.
So I might, for me, Fanime has been like, I sit there, watch the episodes, and most of the time I do not have a clue what is going on because I don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's what it was for me, so.
That must have been really confusing then, because a lot of animes don't really like. They tend to use the tell more than they do the show, so.
Yeah.
Yes, that is why I never got the dad speech until.
Yeah, 2 minutes of exposition. That's pointless.
I don't think you're gonna get the dad speech if you speak English. It doesn't matter what you speak. Freaking dad speech
He
is.
just wanted you to know, guys. You know.
Just wanted you to know.
Just wanted you to know. Okay, you don't have to understand it. He just wanted you to know.
My
how
favorite
can I
part is
know
when
if
his
I don't
mouth
understand?
opens. And closes.
I mean, he has several different shape mouths, though, doesn't he?
Does he? No, I think it's just
No.
2.
Really?
diamond
Okay,
mouth.
I'm pretty sure it's just open and close.
It's just open and close.
I definitely drew more than
You didn't use more.
I did not
guarantee
use
you.
more.
You did not.
2 repeating frames off sync.
So, what do you guys feel about High School No Bigfoot?
I know a little more about that one as compared to other things, but I don't really know what to feel about it yet because I don't know what kind of mood it's going for, if that makes sense.
Mm,
Like, I know the
'Cause-
basic concept, sorry.
For me, I'm getting Steven Universe vibes from it.
Oh?
Yeah, I can
Just
totally
like-
see that.
The art style kind of reminds me of it, and just like, it's just sort of a, I don't know.
It's not so
It's just-
anime.
Yeah, it's like somewhere in between, but a little bit more Americanized, and it just seems like it's supposed to be nice, I guess. Not really like action.
It doesn't seem dark and edgy by any stretch of the
Yeah.
imagination.
As far as I know, it's just kind of like a school drama. Like, the main character, who is called Bigfoot, I guess, lives in a treehouse in a forest, and that's where the Bigfoot thing comes from, and he just kind of goes to school. That's all I know about it right now.
Oh, I thought it was going to be about the actual Bigfoot.
His name's Joel, I believe. So yeah.
Well, those characters are in the creative Gakuen role-playing game on Creative Studio Forum, so I know about the characters, and they seem pretty good.
Hmm.
I'm excited for those, at least.
Oh, yeah,
That's all I
taking,
can say about it.
Taking like half a step back though, That's been kind of like a theme lately, though, with art styles being less anime inspired and a lot more Western, which is kind of ironic considering we call it Fanime, but
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that's kind of funny, I guess, is that I expected there to be a handful of people who hated Sonic Goes to School because it's not anime. Like, I was ready to fight back, but it turned out people actually liked it.
yeah, that's like a growing trend lately, and it's been a thing for probably about 2 years, but it started out really small. And even like as early as 2008, there were shows that didn't really use the anime style as much, but it used to be predominantly anime. Obviously, it's called Fanime, but
Yeah.
everyone was anime inspired.
I feel like maybe the reason that is because there's more styles that inspire people nowadays. Like the Adventure Time style was what inspired lots and lots of artists, and then other people basically adapted that to their styles and made new styles, which are basically a lot of the cartoons that I feel we get today. Started off with like that very cartoony and wacky and different from like, I don't know, I guess like mid 2000s or so. Like it was a completely different cartoon art style, to like
Right.
Western cartoons, and so like that inspired more people, and so that's more like pleasing to the eye and interesting than like just anime. But I don't know. I just feel like the Western art styles that are used today are just like more inspiring and like so much. I'm not sure difference the right word to use, but like I don't know. I guess just what I said originally, just more inspiring.
I hate to
feel
use
like-
the word.
I was just about to say that. I feel like Western art styles are just more diverse in general, so there's more types of styles to draw inspiration from. While anime, they tend to all look a bit similar.
Some of them are different, but yeah.
Yeah, depending. I mean, it depends on where they draw their inspiration from, which animes too, because there's
Yeah.
some that like draw it from like standard like anime stuff, other from like more particular like ugu kawaii animes, and there's other ones like that kind of take a more realistic approach. Like Shishi's art style is more of a mature anime, and even then she kind of does some realism stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it also kind of has to do with the community general age range getting a little bit like everyone's kind of growing up now, so it's like whereas before people drew things in a style that they wanted to draw things in, where like they would see an anime and say I want to draw like that, whereas now like everyone's kind of finding their own style, which may be inspired by those things, but it's generally their own style. Like it's not just, oh, I watch Inuyasha, I want to draw like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes enough sense.
It's pretty cool to see though, because it's definitely nice to see every show looking even more different, because it always looked different before, but a lot of the time the difference was in skill level more so than art style. And
Yeah.
now it's like regardless of that, you can just look at a show and know, right, recognize its art because it has its own thing.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Because it definitely has gotten better, like, over the years. Because I completely agree with what you said, Evan. And, like, it definitely was, like, everything kind of looked the same. Except they just didn't have different, levels of skill. And just a lot of the popular ones at that time, the popular animators at that time, especially, all looked very, very similar. But now, like, there's just so much diversity. And it's really cool because you generally don't go into many finished Fanimes nowadays and see a style and be like, oh, that reminds me of that. Oh, that reminds me of that. It's like,
Yeah, it's not just like you watch it and you say, oh, well, that looks like they're trying to draw Sailor Moon style. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's its own style. You can recognize that as its own thing.
yeah.
I feel like the same could go with story also. Like, there's just back in the day there would be like just so many Mew Mew things.
Yeah.
Magical Girl in general.
Yeah, a lot of Sailor Moon stuff too, I think.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like there's been a shift toward drama lately, whereas instead of, magic and fighting and saving the world, it's more of just, here are some characters, they're going to, interact with each other, and that's going to be the story. It's going to be based around the characters.
Like,
Yeah, I think that's
artist
better though.
Oh yeah, I'm not, no way a bad thing. I'm totally okay with it, but
Yeah. Even if it's like animal drama,
pick.
I still really like it.
Them animals always having them dramas.
yeah.
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 But
So-
I feel like that the own style thing is also um, going to the younger ones. Like the younger ones see what the older ones are doing, and then they think, "Oh, own styles. Yeah, that's cool. I haven't found my own style yet." And I don't know. I've seen a lot of younger ones that seek for their own styles as well, and just not copy.
I do love originality.
So, are you guys going to buy from LT's Redbubble store?
Blatant advertising.
At the moment, probably not. I don't really have a use for stickers, and I don't really use keychains either. But if it gets more stuff, I'll absolutely look at it. It's kind of funny to see people make little Fanime shops now, though. Even if it's just through a service like Zazzle or Redbubble or something like that, it's still nice that there is, like, you can go and buy this and have physical merch if you really want it.
Yeah, it is cool.
I totally would buy stickers if I had money. Because I love stickers and I love cute stickers. So
I love
totally.
Malty's art.
Yes.
I will buy some in the future. As of right now, it's not advisable with my financial situation.
Yeah, I might buy some of that.
I would buy it, but I'm a cheap piece of shit, so. I'm not
That's
gonna-
when Jay goes into his room and he makes his own bootlegged, like, melted.
Just like
Oh,
put
no.
a piece of paper on your screen and trace it. It's like,
Just like the bootleg green Rinnell.
she has like square-shaped hair.
Mars Ranger Vinny.
Complete
Now-
with hair twirling action.
See, now I just imagine the really bad Sailor Moon, like, figures where, like, their faces are just all messed up, and I imagine one of Rinnell, and it's just...
Oh goodness.
Like her eyes are lopsided. And
If I'm making it, then it would look like kind of creepy, like the Sandra Goes to School style, with the dots for pupils.
She could be a cat and say meow.
Gosh.
Time Protector, Sinnel.
Oh yeah, I think the antagonist was announced in the casting call.
Yeah, I was
Or what?
actually gonna mention that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but who was he? Like, I totally missed that moment.
The
So-
antagonist
He
is
just
like
kinda looked
some
like a
rich dude,
dude.
I think, with dark skin, and he's like
Oh,
clever planner guy, I think.
That's his name.
I wanted
Yeah.
it to be a secret though. I was like, oh no, I know now. It's not gonna be revealed in a special, cool way.
But see, now you get to figure out why the show is called The Antagonist. Especially since
maybe
he's
he
listed as
isn't
like
the
a minor.
antagonist, actually.
Maybe
Like,
Justine
he's an
is the
evil?
antagonist.
Yeah, but maybe he's an evil
Buffy.
person, but with good intentions.
Don't know.
You know?
Just don't.
I just found it strange that he was listed as a minor character. Like
That is
the
pretty
antagonist, he's a minor role. The antagonist in a show called The Antagonist. He's not even a main character.
Maybe the show's name is just not important to the show. Maybe it was just like,
Maybe it's
okay,
a-
here's a show name.
Maybe
throw
they should
that
have
in
called
there.
it The Protagonist.
Or the anti-antagonist.
Maybe I should have translated antagonist into Latin and then, or translated into Japanese.
Oh no, we don't need any of that Google Translate.
Nonsense. Just always read from where Google Translate. I wonder what I would get if I translated Kawaii Schoolgirl in Japanese. Or Latin. It would just really confuse the translator, probably. But
Yeah.
Probably.
there've been a lot of like openings and endings for the last 2 weeks, though. Completely changed the topic.
Yeah. Oh, there was one opening in particular. Ah, shit. I forgot what it was called. Who I Am opening. That one looks interesting. That one has a lot of
Oh, the
weird
Bible
things to
fanime.
it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they casting for Jesus yet?
No.
Fudge.
I kind of wonder about that though, because like, is it gonna tell like the story of the whole Bible, or just like, is it just gonna be Genesis? Because it says the casting call that's up now that opened like a few months ago was the casting call for Genesis. So it seems like they're starting at the beginning, but I wonder how far it's gonna go. Like,
Right.
it would
Pretty
be
likely it's
pretty
not
long.
going to get past episode 3.
Oh,
Just considering, like,
Jay the Optimist.
it's just Fanime history. This is how it tends to play out.
Well, you're not wrong, I must say. But, yeah, I'm just curious. Like, are they gonna do the whole Bible? Because that would be really hard.
That would
Oh,
be a
is it?
really long series.
Yeah.
It just like becomes the new Magic Heart of the Magic Warrior.
And there are a lot of things in the Bible that would be really hard to animate. Or just strange, like the chariot with like 4 wheels with 7 eyes and things. See, Revelations. Anyway,
Oh yeah, Lucifer Academy ended.
yeah, it did. That was like posted after Fanime Update, so it's not in the notes, and I totally forgot to watch it before we started this.
Well, the update on it is an anime update, so that's enough.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, at least you were aware of it.
But if I don't know if anyone else has seen it either, but you can say some things about it.
Yeah, I have
it
not
was
seen
pretty
it.
short, but I still really like it.
I saw that the thumbnail for the video spoiled what the summon was, 'cause-
Oh.
so I can kind of like assume how it's gonna end, probably with the girl just saying like you're a moron or something and cut to black. But
It's pretty similar to that. She just like pats his head, and then it's just like credits.
nice. Lucifer Academy, everyone. No, I will definitely watch that after this.
It's really short though. Like
Oh,
that's pretty. I mean, you pretty much know everything in it. It's just like
oh,
a minute, but it is a short one-shot series, so that's to be expected, I guess.
does that count as a series?
I don't know, as much as Tokyo Magic Mew would. Because it's just one episode. Episode 1, the finale.
Pretty much, yeah, I guess.
That series is funny though. I really like it. Kind of like it. It's a bit short, but yeah.
I should watch
I
it.
might draw fan art of it. Well,
Stop drawing fan art. You've drawn enough for Coco Sweet
Yeah, seriously.
nonsense.
World.
Gosh dang it.
On another note, Conscience Rebel is coming back.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
thought that was being cancelled.
It was canceled, but now it's back.
Because so many people
Like,
wanted that.
I'm wondering how.
Hmm?
Like, how is it coming back? Like, if it was canceled for a reason with, like, wasn't it voice actors or something?
I think that might have been part of it, but I guess Len's just going to recast them if they're not doing lines anymore or something. I don't know.
It's gonna be kind of odd. Like, I'm wondering how it would come back. You know?
The thing that I found a little bit strange about it was that originally episode 4 was going to be the last episode in season 1, and then episode 5 is going to be season 2, but now apparently episode 5 is going to be a part of season 1, and after that is going to be season 2.
Hmm. Well, it'd be kind of weird to like conclude things from episode 4.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why it's being split into seasons anyway, but
Split into seasons.
trust me, if I could have made a joke out of that, I would have, but nothing came to mind. Everyone just starts fighting, and
Shooting
rains a
laser
lot.
beams.
Just turn into DBZ characters. Let's fight.
If that happened in Conscience Rebel, I would draw 300 fan art pictures for it.
you're drawing a lot of
300?
fan art these days.
This is getting
It's
more
just
and
Especially
more.
since it takes you all day.
Wow,
All day?
your
That's
entire
a-
life.
That's a full year of fan art.
That's
is
all
a
you
one-
do for a year.
You don't do anything else. No school, no eating, no going to the bathroom, nothing. Just
No
fan art.
sleeping.
Yeah, hell no.
It's not quite as much fan art as the trains with future agents.
Apparently, it's just not good enough.
Yeah, when that happens, you're gonna be down for like a whole year and a half.
You say I make a lot of fan art.
I claim that I'm gonna make like hundreds of fan art pictures, and I've only made like one.
But speaking of fan art, you did say Project Unknown was your favorite Fanime, and the next part of that is like 90% finished right now. So
What you gonna do?
Say-
it's been moving forward very slowly lately, though, at a rate of like maybe 1 to 2% per week. So I don't know how soon that's gonna be releasing, but it's almost done.
That's pretty hyped.
That
After that
means
huge spoiler in the last part,
Yeah.
I'm wondering like where is it gonna go?
Yeah, exactly, and especially since it's been so long, because I know the creator cast's role is in college now, so it's taking her a lot longer to work on it and stuff. But yeah, it's almost done. And
that
can't
means
wait.
it should come out in approximately a month.
Oh, you have a month, Cassie.
Why a month? What?
Because it's like 2% each week, and then that's like times 4. Optimism.
You did the math, basically.
Oh, I see. I'm not good at math.
Another night.
I'm also being optimistic. Saying just another 2% doesn't count.
Yeah, I hate how hard it is to like anticipate when your Fanime episode will be done. You're like, oh, I'll have it done by tomorrow, and then it's done like a year later.
That's
much.
totally how I felt though about
Well,
my series.
I can relate so much to this.
Like, hey guys, I'm gonna get it done in 2014. It's like
I said that
late
about my latest episode.
2015 for January.
Late 2015.
for January at least. Late January.
Late January, yeah.
2015. It's like, dang, I
Okay.
barely got this before.
When's
Before
episode
the
2
month
coming out?
I think
When's like Zyphos Blade?
Yeah.
it's actually not pronounced Zyphos. It's either Xiphos or Xyphos.
Don't
You
you
don't
know
even know
your-
yourself.
Oh,
I could not find it out, but I think it's Xiphos, and I don't even know what I want the story to be entirely for that. So
Oh.
is that a
we don't
word
talk-
that means something? What does it mean?
It's a Greek for sword, I believe, or it's like it's a
Sword
specific.
blade?
It's a specific. That's what Google Translate gave me, but no, it's a specific type of sword where it has 2 edges on each side. So like.
So this story is just about one of those edges.
Oh, actually no.
She's getting flustered.
Sure.
These edges
sure.
have got to like jump into trains. Start killing people. Make it happen.
I didn't want to just name it one word though, so I was like,
Yeah.
guess I have to name it this, because what else would it be? Like, nothing would go good, like, after a sword name.
Zyphos
Before,
Blade.
maybe, but after...
Yeah.
And it has to be with the letter X.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there are no upcoming anime with the letter X, I believe.
There are no Fanimes at all with the letter X.
Yeah, at least there's an upcoming one with Z being Zero Hero, which I don't see updates for, but yeah.
I don't know what that's doing lately. Yeah, right
Right.
now X and Z are the only letters that no Fanime has been made for, with a name starting with them.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, Z might be taken eventually. I'll take X.
I think U was empty for a long time too, and then Kisa made Unstrung Love. So
I wasn't even aware there was nothing with you.
yeah, U was empty for all this time.
There's got to be like a special letter crossover with like Zero Heroes, Xiphos Blade, and Unstrung Love. It'd be the weirdest shit.
Oh man.
And then they get on a
Oh, God.
train and
Oh man, that'd be the best.
inns full of future agents just like try to step on.
Oh man.
Such
they
a
just
weird
start fighting in the
combination,
rain.
though.
It's
'Cause you have,
crossover.
like- You have a lot of fantasy, and then you have a lot of sci-fi, and then you just have Unstrung Love.
Yeah. Go on one out.
They're like, this train is pretty boring. Let's go buy sketchbooks. But But just think how unstrung their love will be when one of them dies because an inn full of future agents stepped on the train and blades started cutting everyone up. Like, it's pretty much the definition of
What even is this podcast?
train
What
stepping edition.
What happens when you invite me to the podcast? Stupid shit.
And then Jay draws like 600 pieces of fan art.
I draw fan art of me drawing the fan art. That's how intense it gets.
But see, but then you draw it in a way to where you can see the picture of you drawing the drawing. You draw it, so you just keep drawing it further and further until like you can't draw that small anymore. But you have to start with a really big canvas.
But since we're at about an hour, if there's anything you guys want to mention last minute, please do.
Tokyo Dino Mew is interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Oh, yes,
That is a word.
What do you think's next? I mean, if they release this and it's dinosaurs, where do you go from there? Like,
I mean,
Tokyo
Tokyo Fetish
Alien.
Mew, I feel like, has already topped that.
that's pretty
Yeah.
far. But
I don't know, you could go further back in time and be like Tokyo Star Mew.
or not quite as
Tokyo-
far,
or-
Tokyo Train Mew.
That's what I was gonna say.
Tokyo Train Step in Mew.
No, it sounds like Tokyo train steps in Mew. That's what it sounds like.
That works too.
Like, I just imagine a Tokyo train just stepping inside of a Mew. They're just like, open up! They open their mouths, train just goes inside.
Oh, like the train jumps in like cats do.
Does that make them the
Tokyo Mew
antagonist?
stuff.
It's going inside of me.
No.
By the way, speaking of Mew Mew stuff, go watch Gilderland Mew Mew and
Eternal Negima.
Eternal Negima.
Right now.
It's the best.
And
Oh, you
go
don't
ahead
love
and
it.
watch
check out
Crystal
Tokyo
Mew.
Crystal.
I forgot to mention about a Carrot Floss fan character that probably nobody wants me to talk about. Macaca.
Oh,
Is she best friends with Mars Ranger Rinny?
Probably. I will say the chances are.
is there a Redbubble shop for this? I really want.
You're like, Riddle, but this, I'll spend money on this.
Rennie. Rennie. I'll spend money and draw 100 pieces of fan art.
This is what happens when we have a podcast without Arania.
And where's Goblin Thief, Evan?
What?
Who's gonna pull Kisaka's weight?
What? What?
TT
Oh, yeah.
said in one of the updates. I
Do
don't
you
know.
even know what that means?
I have no idea what that means. I'm so confused.
I thought you guys knew.
I do. I know exactly what that means.
Wait, what?
This for the first time we played Hammer Watch on Kisa's stream. I was being a thief and I was like purple and green, and TT was there and he said that I looked like a goblin. And since I was doing all the work because Kisa was terrible at that game, I was pulling the weight.
Well, I got Goblin Thief, so I think this has to have a 10 out of 10 podcast. And trains, of
Yeah.
course.
Is there anything else left to mention?
Dangerous
Cyber
MIP, I kinda
Witchraru.
like the song. Oh, Cyber Witchraru.
Yes, then she made some updates and drawings and animations. She uploaded them all, and it looked nice.
Good.
Cyber Witchraru seems like it's going to be amazing.
Anyone else last
I-
call?
Are you
Is
going to draw
Frozen
fan
2 the sequel of Frozen? I have to know.
No, it's not.
I thought
Okay.
it was.
I think the
Yeah.
official word was that it's not, but I don't know. I could be wrong on that. Maybe it is.
What about Odd for a Hiatus? Sad face.
Oh
Sure,
no.
hiatus. Yeah, Ashley, that's her name, is gonna be working on like a Fanime tribute thing. In the meantime, it's gonna be a music video thing and have a bunch of other Fanime characters in it. And since
Man.
she's very busy with college, she doesn't have time to work on that and on 4 right now.
Fanime music video like thing, sort of combining Fanimes. So great.
It's nice.
Like the Bad Apple thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
Just as long as you don't bring trains into the equation. Okay.
Gosh dang it.
On that note, goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye!
Just say yeah.
I know, that's why I laugh.
Picture us like
Yeah.
riding away on a train, waving, and then Ian steps
Please.
on it.
Just have like that character from Animal Drama, just like yeah.
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 Oh, that's what you guys are doing. I didn't get that.
Yeah.